back in August, if you watched my unboxing, was it August? Hello, welcome to FiberLoveDiary. If we haven't met, I'm Trish, and if we have met, welcome back. How are you doing? This is just a channel where I document what I'm doing with fiber. I am not an expert. I've never claimed to be an expert, but sometimes I do want to show what I'm doing, and honestly, if just one of you was like, hey, I want to try that, it doesn't look as hard as I thought, and you jump in and try something that you've always wanted to try, then that is super awesome. But my mission is really just to document what I'm doing. Honestly, I get stressed out when people get super technical about all the fiber stuff, whether it's dyeing or knitting or spinning. For me, the best part of the learning is the journey and the surprises that you get when you may not exactly know how to do something and you jump in and try it. Maybe you don't get exactly what you thought you were gonna get, but if you get yarn you love, then you did it right. So that said, back in September, we got a blend of fiber called the Diamond Sock Blend, I believe they called it, that had 2 different kinds of sparkle in it, and it was amazing. When I got it out, immediately I started thinking about when you sit by like a pond or a small lake that doesn't have any waves, and there's a slight breeze that ripples across it while the sun's hitting it, and you see all those little like sparkles of the sun on the little ripples. And I was thinking, I mean, it just caught me because as I moved it in the light, I could see those little ripples all over, and it was so cool. You guys, if you watched it, you saw me ooh and ah over it. I was like, oh my God. So that made me think about this painting that I have in my bedroom. And it is of some koi, and they're actually just kind of like swimming in a swirl, and it inspired me to dye that immediately. So I don't want to show you what the finished yarn looks like. I'll show you at the end. Again, I had like maybe 20 minutes to get this ready to simmer on the stove, and then while it was simmering I did other stuff. So you don't need tons and tons of time, you don't need tons and tons of equipment, at least not expensive equipment, and like just jump in and try something sometime. It is so much fun. So, disclaimer, I am not an expert literally in anything in the world at all, including dyeing. However, I've done some digging and some investigation. These dyes are non-toxic. However, they can sometimes irritate your lungs if you inhale particles. So I do wear a respirator. I buy it on Amazon, and I buy the little filters on Amazon. I will be showing it to you in the video because I did use some dye from dye stock that was already mixed, and then I also mixed a color to go into this dye job. So please protect yourself. I'm guilty of occasionally just like mixing something really quickly and not even worrying about whether I've protected myself, but as I get older I realize I should have protected my skin, I should have protected my lungs, I should have just generally been more safety conscious. So here we go. This is that Diamond Sock Blend, and it has been soaking in room temperature water with a couple tablespoons of white vinegar to get it ready for dyeing. So I'm going to use 2 colors that are pretty far from each other on the color wheel, and when you do that it often gets kind of brown and muddy. So I wanted to squeeze most of the water out. I don't want those colors to be able to run too much. I want to really control where they stop and start. So I did wring most of the water out of this, as you could see. Gonna start with one of my most favorite Dharma colors. And here's my mask. Get you one.